And we're back once again, only on Last Call. Last Call with the alcohol, only on the Blue Wire Hustle YouTube channel. Now, join me here on location. He'll be taking on Edwin Rodriguez in an 8-round fight. And well, he is ready to start making a bigger push for 2021, 2022, and hopefully get into the title picture here. I give you all the way once again from Sicklerville, New Jersey. I give you it is undefeated knockout sensation. I give you Dylan Price. Dylan, let's start off here with
yes, sir.
What is
How you
coming
doing?
on? It's going to be. I gotta ask: is it going to be at 116 or 118? Are you moving up? What's going on with the weight right now for
Well, this fight is going to be at 118.
How do you make that weight? I mean, how tough is it for somebody like yourself to cut all the way down to that? Because I'm guessing there's days like getting put out of stone.
Right. Well, it definitely could be tough, but it's not easy to make. But this is the sacrifice that I got to make if I want to be great in life.
So when you talk sacrifice, like what are some of the things you have to do to make 118? What are some of the foods you have to cut out? How much do you have to now watch what you drink in terms of just water? Like what are some things you and your team go through to get to the weight?
I don't want to give up too much tape, but to make a long story short, I drink a lot of water. Make sure I drink a lot of water, and I'll probably do like 1 meal a day when I start cutting out on the weight, and the rest is just working hard. So, like I said, it's not easy, but I know that I got to do what I got to do to make the weight because I don't want to give somebody else my money, my hard-earned money. Because that's how I look at it.
You'll be taking on Edwin Rodriguez. On paper, it's 11. He's 11-5-2. Most people go, "Oh, okay, he's decent." Right. He hasn't lost in the last 5 fights. What is it like when you take on a guy who's now getting used to just going in there and spoiling people? Basically, ruining people's records.
Right. Well, I'm definitely not underestimating Edwin Rodriguez. I know he's a very good fighter, and like you said, he's used to spoiling guys' records. But I'm just coming in focused, not worrying about records. This, in my eyes, he's undefeated, and my job is to go in there to do everything I'm supposed to do and get the W.
I know that you and, of course, your trainer, Nate Campbell, you guys have been doing your research, looking at him. He's fought on some TV against guys like Joshua Greer, Christian Cardo. What makes him dangerous? Like when you look at him, what makes him a good fighter that he can beat guys who aren't at that level?
I really don't know. I don't watch too much of him. I just leave it up. I leave that up to my dad and Nate to watch the footage of him. My job is to go in there and make the adjustments come fight night. And like I said, get the W. I'm not too concerned about what he brings to the table. I'm just worried about what I bring to the table and what I have to do to win. I'm not really too concerned about that.
We're going to go back to this fight a bit. Take me back to just the last, let's say year plus, because at one point you were hot, you were pretty starting off hot. Then COVID hit, and it caused a long layoff. And then you had to fight in fights where there's no crowds. You had to be, basically be quarantined in hotel rooms or other places. How frustrating was it basically losing almost a year of momentum? Because, literally from November of 2019 to November 2020, you couldn't fight. Things were just out of your control, preventing you from, keeping the momentum going.
Right. It was definitely super frustrating. But I had my dad in my corner, my little brother, just my team, just pushing me, telling me, keeping me motivated, let me know that it's not over. My time is going to come. But it was definitely super frustrating for me. There was times where I was wondering, like, is this for me? Because I just couldn't get a break. So, like I said, it was super frustrating. But I'm back now, and I'm ready to show the world that I'm the truth.
One of the things I was impressed with was you didn't put on a lot of weight in between that whole layoff. And I'm guessing it was tough when, it's quarantines all over the place. The next thing you know, it's like, well, I can't leave a place. That's Netflix and beer. There's some pizza. Next thing you know, you're going, oh, crap, 145 pounds. What the hell happened here?
Right. Exactly. Well, actually during the COVID, I had we have our own boxing gym, my dad and I. So we stayed in the gym the entire time. We never left the gym when the COVID. Some people, most people didn't have their own gyms, and all of the gyms were shut down and things like that. But we stayed active the entire time. So I look at it as we had a little bit of an advantage because we never stopped training. And I'm the same way. Right after the fight, I get right back in the gym.
Now, how does it work with your father and Nate? Because we've seen sometimes when when one fighter has two trainers, they butt heads. How does it work so that both guys are heard, both guys understand, the roles, and that there's no too many chefs, not enough cooks in the kitchen?
Right. Well, my father and Nate work great together because they have an understanding, a good understanding with each other, and they were actually really good friends before my professional career. We had Nate Campbell. My dad had Nate Campbell around since I was about 9 years old. So Nate knew me since I was a child. So
I've got pictures of it.
yeah. Go ahead.
Me and Roy once, first time we saw Dylan box, I was 10 years old.
I was younger than that. No.
He was little dude. I said, he gonna be good. I said, I'm gonna work with him one day. And I told his dad, I said, anytime you need me, just let me know. I said, just let me know. And unlike a lot of guys that come into camps, they wanna push their own narrative. My goal when I came in was to learn their system and see what I could add to it. That's all it was. It's not about me trying to tell somebody else how to do it. My job is to see what I can put into this system that already works. It works just fine. So my job is to see what I can give, what I can put in. So I'm a technical punching guy. I believe in technical punching. People don't understand that. I'm really big on technically sitting down your shot, getting the most out of each shot. So I look at what he's doing and see what he's doing that's a little bit off, and I tweak it. And that's all. That's it. I'm a tweaker. That's it.
How tough is it, Nate, for you sometimes having Bo to just sort of take a step back, because you're a trainer? Every trainer wants to be the lead dog, and I know that you as I said, you're a tweak. Basically you like to just tweak things. You're a finishing sort of coach. Do you ever butt heads though when it's like, wait a minute, my idea might make more sense to the father?
It's always funny when we do. It's for me and Davis. It's a philosophical thing with us. It's never my way is right. It's a philosophical thing with us. I understand that what he wants is what he wants and what he desires, and my goal is to make sure he gets it. But it's really a philosophical thing. How do I philosophically make what I'm saying go with what he's doing? It's not about me at this point. See, a lot of guys don't understand this. They think that fighters are all ego. We really are. But once you get to a certain age in this thing called boxing, it's not about being right. It's about doing what's right. So for me, I don't particularly care if I'm right. I care about how can I add something to him, to his game, to make him better. And he's gotten so much better, man. I see what direction they're going in, and I just stay plugging along to go down the road and clean up all the stuff that I see in the road that might flat his tire. And my job is to make sure he doesn't run over any nails.
So what do you want to see Dylan improve on in this fight? Because the last fight out, second round knockout, Edwin's a little bit better than Elias. I think we can all agree on that. So what's the goal besides winning in this fight for you, Dylan, and for you, Nate, in certain terms of what you want to see, Dylan improve on?
I want to see Dylan be the poised fighter I know he is. He can be very poised. My goal is to keep his head screwed on the way. It's not about trying to, play to the crowd, because we don't particularly care about what the crowd says at this point. It's about business with me. I want to see him do well and make sure that what he's doing is generating the right kind of, punches and defense. For me, it's all about where can he go for the next step. What's the next step for him? The next step for him is to be better than he was the last fight. And that's all that really matters to me.
Last question for you, Dylan. as we said, fans are now back in the fights. Fans are now back in. And I know that, Nate wants to see you poised. He wants you to drown it out. How tough is that going to be after all this, a long layoff, after, going back to fights, literally having nobody there, very short, small crowds? For you, what is it going to be like, trying to temper the emotion down when inside you're happy because, hey, things are getting back to normal. We can go back to the way it was before. There's actually people here to fight who want to see a fight.
Right. Well, I'm actually super excited about having the fans back into the boxing and allowing them back to watch the fight. So I'm super excited, but also focused. Like Nate said, I know my dad and Nate want me to stay poised and composed no matter what. So that's what I'm looking at, and that's what I'm looking to go in there and do. Have fun, but also stay focused, poised, and go in there and handle business.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I give you it is rising super flyweight sensation. I give you it's Dylan Price. Dylan, before I let you go, where can fans check you out at? Where is the Twitter page, Instagram, the website? Where can fans hit you up at?
You can check me out at Dylan the Real Deal Price. You can check my dad out at D Boys Nation, and you can check Nate out at
Galaxy, Nate Campbell or Galaxy Warrior. Put in Galaxy Warrior or Nate Campbell to come up.
I want to thank the Last Call podcast too, Chris Conner. I appreciate you for reaching out and setting the interview up.
Dylan, always a pleasure to have you on. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I give you it's Dylan Price, undefeated sensation. You got to check him out fighting July 31st, only at the Showboat Hotel and Casino, Atlantic City. We come back. We got a lot more going on here, only on It Is Last Call. Last Call with the alcohol, only on the Blue Wire Hustle Last Call YouTube channel.